Yeah, man. It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video, whether religiously or in passing, man. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel at Hype Fan Eagle 1. And if you haven't yet, man, please go follow me on Twitter at Hype Eagle 1, man. That's where, I get busy at. You know what I mean? On Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But I get busy up here too. You know what I mean? On my YouTube channel. And don't mind this because I got the rubber band right here for my braces, you know what I'm saying? So don't mind the grill. Listen, man, before I get into anything, man, you know what I mean? I want to shout out everybody. I want to shout out everybody who's been rocking with us throughout the year, you know what I'm saying? With the updates, with the live play-by-plays, with the raw recap, with the hype talk, man. I just want to thank everybody who's been viewing this, man. Everybody who's been subscribing, everybody who's been watching, the playback of me and my partner Hype Fan Jerz, yo. Who's been watching the playback of a lot of videos, man. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in, man. It's been a rough year for not only me and my partner, but us as Eagles fans, man. Listen, it's been a hard year, man. It's been a hard year trying to explain just crazy things that's going on with the team, trying to, come up with excuses on why we win it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure this thing out. As the Eagles was trying to figure it out, we're trying to figure this thing out as, fans and content creators and everything like that. So I just want to shout out everybody who's been viewing this, man, who's been, sharing the video, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all, man, because it's been a hard road. It's been a hard road getting this whole content creating thing just up and running. You know what I'm saying? It's been a hard road, man. So I appreciate everybody who's been, viewing this, especially my Twitter people, man. Shout out to all my Twitter people, because that's why I get mostly my views from is, my Twitter people. So shout out to y'all, man. You know what I mean? It's been a grind. It's been a hard grind. Just coming up here trying to figure out what to talk about, what to do. Listen, this content creating stuff, man, is not easy as everybody may think it is. It is very hard because you got to figure out what you want to talk about. You got to figure out what you want to talk about. You know what I mean? You got to figure out your approach. You got to figure out what to do. You know what I mean? You got to get your setup right. You got to get your point across sometimes. I'm going to say 90% of the time, we've been freestyling. You know what I mean? Because everything is up here. So we really don't have no notes. Or I'm going to just speak for myself. I really don't have no notes. A lot of things I just freestyle. So I want to give some advice to anybody who's trying out this content creating thing is, go for it, man. Go for it. And I'm telling you, once you get in front of the camera, once you get in front of the mic, man, mad ideas will open up, man. And listen, go for it. It will be a struggle, your first time around. But once you start getting used to actually talking, it starts flowing just like that. You know what I mean? So with what you do, with whatever you're doing, whether you want to do a podcast or, you want to be a content creator for your favorite football team, basketball team, wrestling team, whatever it is, put your mind to it. And trust me, it's somebody out there that will listen to you. Somebody out there that will listen to you, that will favor your opinion, or they might want to come back and debate with you. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Getting the audience, trying to figure out, you know what I mean? How could you build your audience? You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. All right, man. Like I said, before I get into anything real quick, I just want to shout y'all out. I appreciate y'all, man, for helping me build this channel. I appreciate y'all for viewing me, watching me, man. And yeah, that's what it is, man. Let's get into a few things, man, around the NFL real quick. A lot has been happening. A lot have been happening around this whole NFL. Right now, listen, it's a lot. Listen, this is an off season for a lot of teams right now. A lot of teams ain't make it to the playoffs. You know what I mean? So you do have, your Patriots who end up, I don't know if he left on his own terms, but Bill Belichick is not there no more. You know what I mean? And you got to think about the dynasty that the Patriots had with him and Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick is no longer a Patriots head coach no more. That is big. Not only for the Patriots organization, but that's big throughout the NFL. That is big throughout the NFL. Yo, he is no longer the Patriots head coach no more. That is big. And it seems like it was trending that direction, with the way they were playing, especially with the whole quarterback change, with, bringing in Mac Jones, drafting Mac Jones, and then he's not performing to his best of his ability, and then benching him and getting Zappy in there, and then benching Zappy to bring Mac Jones in, and then benching Mac Jones again to bring Zappy back in. it was a bumpy road this year for the Patriots offensively. You know, I feel like if they had a real good quarterback, because they got a defense. They have a defense, you know. I feel like if they had a real good quarterback, then they would have probably went somewhere, you know, probably would have been a wild card spot. You know what I'm saying? Because they have talent on the defensive side. It's where, you know, the quarterback play is where they're lacking at. You know what I mean? So I feel like Bill Belichick will end up somewhere, of course, because he has, like, his history is just great. He's too much of a decorated head coach not to just land nowhere. He will land somewhere. You know what I mean? So we will see, but that's just a major shock. I put like this. I'm gonna sit here and say I'm not surprised because where things were trending this year for the Patriots, but it's big news around the whole league, you know. Something else had popped up. You know, Pete Carroll is no longer the Seattle Seahawks head coach. You know what I mean? You can tell it was trending that way. Am I surprised? Yes, I'm surprised, but I'm not at the same time because it was trending that way. You know, they didn't make it to the playoffs this year. You know what I mean? They didn't make it to the playoffs. I think they started off good, but they tailed off towards the end. They tailed off towards the end, and you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. You know, um, I do want to say this though, right? With Pete Carroll being as decorated as he is in the league, man, they could have ended up having 2 Super Bowls, yo. But the fact that they didn't run with Marshawn Lynch in that Super Bowl and end up, you know, throwing the ball, and Malcolm Butler end up catching that interception, that was a big difference. That was a big turnaround for that team, and that team was no longer the same no more. Everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. So Pete Carroll is no longer the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, man. Other news around the league, you know, Antonio Pierce, who took over for the head coaching job in the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a lot going on with that situation as well. Um, Basically, I think that the Giants had, you know, he was a potential candidate for a defensive coordinator for the Giants. You know, somebody else interviewed him. It's surprising to me how the Las Vegas Raiders don't want to keep him as a head coach. You know what I mean? The players towards the tail end of their season, the players pretty much rallied around him and started winning games because they respected him as the head coach for that team for that moment. They respected him, like, and he pretty much earned the respect. He pretty much earned the respect. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll see where he land, man. It's a lot. It's a lot going on right now, man. Let me see if I could dig up anything else as I'm talking right now. Offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, Brian Johnson, has interviewed, or not. I apologize, not interviewed, but they said that he is a candidate to get a head coaching job in 2 places right now. One is the Carolina Panthers, and as I'm researching it right now, give me 1 second. I apologize. Give me 1 second. I should have had this up. But is that a good thing for the Philadelphia Eagles right now? I believe it is a good thing because we really don't need Brian Johnson right now. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like we should actually go out and look for a whole nother offensive coordinator. Brian Johnson is not it. He is not it. Like, let's keep it a dollar. He is not it. Not this year. You know what I mean? Last year, I don't know because he wasn't our offensive coordinator. He was the quarterback's coach. But this year, he is not it. So will I be surprised if he lands somewhere like a Carolina? I won't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Okay, here we go right here. And this is per sources. The Titans have requested an interview with Eagles offensive coordinator Brian Johnson for their vacancy at head coach. Head coach. Speaking of the Tennessee Titans, Mike Vrabel has been fired. Mike Vrabel has been fired. When you look at it, this is really their first season with this. This is their first down season for real. I mean, if you want to include last year, you can. You know what I'm saying? But there was a bunch of controversy going on with last year too, with the fact that AJ Brown he got traded to the Eagles. It was a lot of firing going. It was just a bunch of stuff surrounding the Tennessee Titans. This year, they just didn't look like the aggressive Tennessee Titans that we're used to seeing pretty much, especially on the defensive side. This year, it's been a bunch of quarterback switch outs where it's a bunch of stuff that was going on with the quarterbacks with Will Levis, Ryan Tannehill, you know, and what's the other quarterback that they brought in last year that they drafted? I can't remember. Malik Willis. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of stuff going on with that. Derrick Henry, you know, his last game, he had made a speech to the whole fans, the whole stadium, basically saying his goodbyes, basically saying, like, you know, he got love for the city. So it's a bunch of stuff going on in Tennessee that they might just be overall rebuilding. And for them to actually fire Mike Vrabel, that was a surprise because he is a very good head coach. He is a very good head coach for the Tennessee Titans. You know what I'm saying? And you know that was surprising to me. Out of both Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll, Mike Vrabel getting fired, that was a surprise to me. So yeah, let's get back to the Tennessee Titans requested to interview Eagles offensive coordinator Brian Johnson. Like I said, man, two teams have requested to interview him. One was the Carolina Panthers and one was the Tennessee Titans. You know, so if he up out of here, you know, hip hip hooray, I'm cool with that. I'm good. I am good with that if he be out. You know, let's interview somebody else. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of head coaches that don't have jobs right now and that can actually or offensive coordinators that don't have jobs that can actually replace him with ease. We're going to be honest about that. We're going to be honest about that. Same thing with defensive coordinators. There's a lot of defensive coordinators out there that can replace Sean Desai and Coach Pencil with ease. So we're going to keep it right there. Another update for Jalen Hurts, man. Eagles Jalen Hurts finger says that he hasn't thrown a football since the team game on Sunday versus the Giants. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get in a little bit of that real quick, but that's what's going on. There's a video out there, you know, of him having limited practice today. You know, having limited practice, not really throwing the ball as well, but he was out there, you know, with the team, with the guys and everything like that. You know, right now, everything is up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Do I have confidence that we could beat the Buccaneers? I don't have confidence, but listen, this is football. You know, I still got to ride with my team. So I'm gonna say I don't have confidence, but can we beat them? Yes, we could beat them. We could beat any team if we're just clicking on all cylinders. If we execute, we can beat any team. You know what I'm saying? Right now, everybody is 0-0 going into the playoff. Your previous record don't matter no more, especially if you are in the playoffs. Your previous record do not matter. It's what you do moving forward, because if you are out, if you lose, that's it. You do not advance to the next round. So everybody is 0-0. I don't care if you was 13-4. I don't care if you was 15-2. You enter the playoffs 0-0, and if you are 15-2, and if you lose in the playoffs, that's it. Your season is done. Your season is done. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, everybody is 0-0, and yes, everybody has a chance to beat everybody in the playoffs. So yes, we do have a chance. Do I like our chances? I don't like it, especially with what we displayed these past 6 games. You know what I'm saying? But we got a chance. We definitely got a chance for sure. For sure. Let me get into this little article right quick. You know what I mean? Let me bring it up real quick so I can read it to y'all. I mean, this is coming from Jalen Hurts' press conference from today, with him and a reporter. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much both had a back and forth, and this is pretty much what he's saying in his press conference. Let me find it real quick for y'all. I apologize about that. I apologize. Here we go. So I'm gonna be reading from my phone real quick. So stay with me now. I'm on my Ocho Cinco. Stay with me now. Okay. Quarterback Jalen Hurts was a limited participant in Thursday's full pad practice, wearing a glove on each hand, and termed the right middle finger injury suffered in Sunday's loss to the New York Giants as a day-by-day thing, as he eyes Monday night's playoff game in Tampa Bay against the Buccaneers. How effective can he be with the finger? A reporter asked him. Time will tell, Jalen Hurts replied. I'm going out there doing my best as I told you is a day-by-day thing, and getting the preparation in this week and doing everything I can to lead the guys, Hurts said. Hurts said he hadn't thrown a football all week prior to Thursday practice, and that his attempt to return to Sunday's game after injuring his finger was probably physically not the best idea. He said that everything is progressing in the right way. Everything is a challenge when you have a finger out of place, he said. Head coach Nick Sirianni said that Hurts' innate toughness will help him as he works his way through the injury. So that's basically what one of his that's basically what he said, that that the reporter basically asked him, what was going on with the finger, how does it feel? Did it hurt? Did it basically hurt the next day? They were just asking him, different stuff. And y'all could go check out that press conference on the Eagles page on YouTube, or you could just type in Jalen Hurts press conference. You could hit a whole press conference. Also, Nick Sirianni dropped a press conference today also. So if you haven't listened to it, please go check that out. Please go check both of them out so that way y'all can get more intel on what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I'm so ready for the playoffs, man. I'm so ready for the playoffs, man. I'm ready and I'm nervous at the same time, because if we do end up losing on Monday night, that means we have to wait all the way until next September. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I feel like we can beat the Buccaneers, man, because they're not that hard for real. They not that. Listen, what they very good at is the blitz. What we're not good at is picking up the blitz. So I feel like if we don't go in there actually with a game plan to pick up on the blitz, then we are screwed. We are screwed at the end of the day. We have to pick up on the blitz. You know what I'm saying? We match up with them very well on their offensive side, and our defense pretty much match up. We have to scheme up. We have to scheme better offensively and defensively, especially with a lot of our guys being limited. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our guys being limited. So we got to scheme better. Darius Slay is making a return for Monday night's game. That's actually good. You know what I mean? With Sidney Brown being out for the remainder of the playoffs and probably longer than that because he had a torn ACL. That's good that Darius Slay is ready. You know what I mean? Hopefully everybody is ready, not just Darius Slay, but hopefully everybody is ready, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is the playoffs, and you pretty much gotta throw yourself out there and play as a team. You gotta execute. You know what I mean? You gotta execute. As of the past 6 games, we haven't been executing. I could keep it tall. I could keep it a buck. We haven't been executing at all. So hopefully, we got a different mindset going into Monday night, man. But I will be tuned in for the Saturday games. I will be tuned in for the Sunday games, and I will be tuned in for our Monday night game. I'm going to report on every game. I'm going to report on every game. So I will be up on this Hype Fan Eagle channel every game. Let me go to the schedule real quick so that way y'all know who's playing and exactly what time are they playing. And by the way, Kansas City and Miami, oh my gosh, it is expected to be negative 30 degrees on when they play Saturday. It is expected to be negative 30 degrees on Saturday. So a lot of people is basically on Twitter saying that's why we need dome football fields. No, we need dome stadiums. We need dome stadiums because times like this, it's very cold out there. I doubt. Listen, if there are going to be fans out there in the stands, shout out to y'all. Y'all deserve to get in there for free with the weather that they having. Y'all deserve to get in there for free with the weather that they having. You know what I'm saying? Everything is free. The food free, the popcorn free, the hot coffees, the hot chocolates, the hot teas. Everything needs to be free if it's going to be negative 30. If y'all going in there showing up and showing out for y'all favorite team, y'all deserve everything free. I don't care what they can afford to lose the money that day. They can afford not to make no money. Listen, it's bad enough y'all already paid for y'all tickets. The concession stand should be free. You know what I'm saying? The concession stands should be free. Let's be honest, man. The concession stands should be free. Okay, cool. Here we go right now. I got everything pulled up, right? Saturday, January 13th, 2014. Cleveland versus the Texans at 4:30 p.m. on NBC. That is going to be a banger. Sorry for my crusty ass hands all up in the goddamn video and shit. Cleveland versus Houston. That's going to be a banger at 4:30. Cleveland might be without Denzel Ward, who hurt himself in practice today. That's another crazy thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is CJ Stroud first playoff appearance, man. And listen, I'm proud of that young man, man. He was balling this year, man. A rookie quarterback. He was balling this year, man. To be honest, if I want to be for real, I can see Cleveland winning, but my heart and my head is going with Houston, Texas that day. Miami versus Kansas City at 8 o'clock on Saturday, right? It is on Peacock. For those who need the plug on how to watch the game, if you don't have Peacock, I'm about to show you right here, right now. You know what I mean? Thank me later. Thank me later. And please share this broadcast if you can, because I'm about to show you the plug. If you do not have Peacock, if you do not have none of these networks that you got to pay for, you can watch any of these things for free. I'm talking about if you want to watch basketball, multiple basketball games. If you want to watch football, multiple football games. If you want to watch boxing, NASCAR, UFC, whatever, you can do it for free. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all heard of First Row Sports. It's something similar like that, but it's different though. To me, this is better, right? Don't never say I never did nothing for y'all. You know what I mean? Don't never say I never did nothing for y'all, right? This is what you do. Let me go to it real quick. I apologize. I'm trying to put y'all on. I am trying to put y'all on, right? Okay. You see this app called Sports Live, right? Sports Live. You download that app. Once you download that app, you see what I'm saying? They got different links and stuff like that. As you can see, they got different links. You know, you click up here. You know, at this point, you see, you can watch. Let me see if I get. You see, you can watch MLB, the NBA, NFL, and then let me go to NBA right now and then you see all these links, right? When you click on one of these links right here, then a 15-minute ad will pop up, and then you close out the ad, and then bam, you can watch whatever. And then you might have to keep clicking because sometimes the link might be like link expired. So then you go on to the next link and click the next link. That's how you watch different football games or basketball games or whatever you want for free. If you don't have Peacock or none of these other subscription-based apps, you can watch it all for free. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the plug. I plugged you in. Don't ever say I ain't do nothing for y'all because I did something for y'all. Let's keep it $1. So in that game, I got Kansas City winning based off of the conditions in which Miami will be playing, and Miami ain't used to being in the cold. Let's keep it $1. Miami ain't used to being in the cold like that. So they're gonna have a hard time. Listen, -30 is cold for anybody. I don't care who you live, I don't care where you live at. -30 is cold for anybody. But it's more than likely that Kansas City will be used to the weather rather than Miami, because Miami is used to that warm weather. So Kansas City does have an advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like everything should be free in that stadium. Concession stands, beer, whatever you want, or whatever you want to keep you warm. Hot chocolate, a tea, you know what I'm saying? Coffee, whatever it is, right? Okay, let's go to January 14th on Sunday. Pittsburgh versus the Buffalo Bills at 1 o'clock on CBS. To be honest, I'm not sure how strong Pittsburgh is, but I got the Buffalo Bills coming out. I mean, come on, man. They got the better quarterback right now, Josh Allen, man. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't give you score predictions. I hate score predictions. I can just give you my prediction on who I think is going to win the game. Dallas Cowboys versus Green Bay. I know a lot of people got Green Bay upsetting the Dallas Cowboys because of the history. Like, Green Bay is always beating the Cowboys. You know, feel what I'm saying? But this time around, I actually got the Cowboys, man, because right now they are looking like a tough out. You know what I mean? They are a tough team right now. So I'm banking on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got them winning. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it a bean. If Green Bay win, will I be surprised? I won't be surprised because of the history of the Cowboys and how they always find a way to screw something up. And this would be their 29th year not getting into the Super Bowl or the NFC championship. You know what I'm saying? Their 29th year. You know what I mean? So I won't be surprised. The only thing that'll surprise me, like, dang, y'all done fooled me for real. Like, because this is the first time y'all had a team like this for real, especially on the defensive side. Like, everything is just collabing together. And yet y'all fooled us again. But it won't nobody be surprised for real. I mean, it's the Cowboys. They always going to mess up things. You know what I'm saying? They always just go to mess up things for real, for real. Like I said, I got the Cowboys winning that, but if Green Bay end up winning, I won't be surprised for real. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Detroit Lions at 8 p.m. on NBC. This is a hard one right here. Now, y'all got to remember the history between these two quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford has played for the Detroit Lions for the greater part of his career. You know what I'm saying? Jared Goff has played for the Rams and actually went to a Super Bowl for them. So this is kind of like a grudge match between the quarterbacks. They both got history on at both spots. You know, one who used to play for the Detroit Lions and one used to play for the Rams, and both of them play for the opposite team now. You feel what I'm saying? So there's history between both. This is going to be a very, very, very good game. A great game. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to pick a winner right now. You know what I'm saying? If I want to lean towards somebody, I'm gonna have to lean towards Detroit, being the fact that they showed me more. But the Rams this year, they are resilient this year. You know what I'm saying? They showed up in times when I think that they couldn't show up. That's what I would say about them. But Detroit is a very, very physical team. They know how to run the ball. In fact, they got 2,000-yard running backs, if I'm not mistaken. So they are very good running the ball, and plus they got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I got Detroit. Will I be surprised if the Rams actually win? No, I won't be surprised. But I got Detroit though. None of these games will be surprising to me. Put like this, let me not lie. If Miami end up going to Kansas City and beating Kansas City, I will be surprised due to the fact that Miami is not a cold weather team. They are a warm weather team. They go into these cold ass conditions that's 30 below, actually negative 30, and they go and win. You know what I'm saying? So that is a surprising team to me. If Houston beat Cleveland, I would be surprised by that. But everybody else, I won't be surprised for real. Well, if the I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if Los Angeles end up beating Detroit. I would not be surprised. Let's move on to Philly versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That right there, I got even. I won't be surprised if Tampa Bay win. I won't be surprised if Philly win. It's no biasness here. If Philly pull this off, matter of fact, I am going to be surprised. If Philly end up beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I will be surprised because we haven't been good the past 6 weeks. We haven't been good the past 6 weeks. So if we end up winning against Tampa Bay, I would be surprised for real. Jalen Hurts is his finger popped out of place. AJ Brown is dealing with an injury. Smitty is dealing with an ankle, which they had a video of him at practice just stretching with no tape around his ankle, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of players, a couple of players dealing with injury, and I'm about to give y'all the injury report in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But as I was saying, you feel what I'm saying? Yes, I will. Yes, I will be surprised if we end up beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially with the way we were playing in the past 5 to 6 weeks. You know what I mean? It seemed like we can't move the ball. We don't have an offense. It seemed like our defense is just all over the place. We can't tackle. We running into each other. We don't want to wrap up the ball. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we can't force a turnover worth for nothing. Our defensive front is not getting that pressure no more. Our linebackers can't cover. Our D ends is going back into coverage when they're supposed to be rushing the quarterback. There's a lot of different things that can have me thinking that we might not win on Sunday. But it's my team, so I gotta have hope. I gotta have hope at the end of the day. Let's get to the injury report for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Reed Blankenship groin, did not practice. AJ Brown knee, did not practice. Sidney Brown knee, we know what happened to Sidney Brown. He had an ACL injury that took him out for the rest of the remainder of the playoffs and probably for a long extended time for next season. Wide receiver Britton Covey, punt returner Britton Covey, groin, limited practice. Jalen Hurts, right finger, limited practice. Who's coming back? Who had full practices is Darius Slay, his knee, full practice. Devontae Smith, ankle, full practice. DeAndre Swift, illness, full practice. So right now, it seems like everything is good. But we don't know how AJ Brown, Reed Blankenship is feeling at the moment. You know what I'm saying? We got to see what's going on with them. You know, hopefully, listen, we got an extra day to actually, you know, get prepared and actually feel good. You know, we're not playing Saturday, we're not playing Sunday, we're playing Monday. We're playing on Martin Luther King holiday. You know what I'm saying? So we got extra time to actually feel good. And we'll see, you know, it all boils down to Monday. You know what I mean? It all boils down to Monday. I don't have work on Monday, so I am getting prepared as the Eagles get prepared to actually do something on Monday. You know what I mean? And that's all to it, man. Let me get back to what I said in the beginning of this video, man. Like I said, to wrap everything up, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, for subscribing, for viewing, for leaving comments, man, for sharing this. I appreciate all my Twitter people for rocking with me, for viewing this, man. You know what I mean? I plan on doing more in 2024, man, as far as being in touch with the community, as far as hosting spaces, as far as, you know, just letting my voice be out there, man. As far, you know, reading more blogs, and you know what I mean, you know, reporting more news and everything like that. You know what I mean? So I plan on doing more. You will see me more even during the off season, man. It's my job to actually bring y'all something, man. Bring y'all some content. You know, so I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. For all my YouTube people out there who's viewing this, I appreciate y'all. I couldn't do this without y'all. I couldn't build this without y'all. You know what I mean? I couldn't be who I am right now, striving to be a very good to great content creator without y'all. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, man. You already know. I'm about to get on up out of here, man. This your boy Hype Fan Eagle, representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. You know, I know I'm a handsome man. You know what I mean? I'm a handsome man. You already know, baby. Gang.